Welcome to our new series, The 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie.
So you played Death Stranding, right?
Yes, and the second one just got announced, or actually just released.
Second one just released and it looks fucking crazy. I don't know if you saw the clip that I saw, but it has like a boss fight where you're actually dueling electric guitars with another boss. Hideo Kojima, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the shit that I've seen from Death Stranding 2, by the way, makes you want to buy it, but I digress. You are familiar with the character Heartman, right?
I'm trying to remember.
Heartman glasses.
I am
he
old.
had the heart. But he had the like the heart thing that like, you know, he had like you had to go see him and it's like he would die every time and then he would go to like the other side and shit and he would come back. He had glasses. Come on, you remember this?
Oh, vaguely. I'm going to need a recap
Okay.
of Death Stranding. Mind you, again, I've
Right.
watched and played so much shit, and this is going to be a side note or discussion for a future podcast. Like, I tend to forget. I tend to forget people and things that happen. I just remember the crazy
Just
black
digest
mold
and
shit and just trying to
poop it out.
run and deliver packages. But
That's a game that you really liked too, and you're like, I don't remember anything. Lunar, sure, you can recall it right now, like no problem. But well, anyways, with Death Stranding, there's a character named Heartman, and he basically his heart stops every like certain amount of times, and then like when his heart stops, it does some things. Anyways, that character is director Nicholas Winding Refn. Now you know that Guillermo del Toro is in Death Stranding as well, right?
yes,
So like these are Hideo Kojima's friends. So Nicholas Winding Refn is in Death Stranding as himself, although his voice is different. And he's a very how do I say this? Divisive director. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Drive
no,
with Ryan Gosling.
no.
Yeah, or the movie Bronson with Tom Hardy. I think Bronson is genius. I think that Tom Hardy really carries it. But Nicholas Winding Refn is a very divisive director. I happen to love Drive, although I know many people that hate it. I love the vibe and I just love the direction because I think that from a shot making standpoint and just visual standpoint, he does some amazing shit. And I really like his soundtracks too. So that brings me to my movie that I watched called Only God Forgives. Now, this is another Ryan Gosling movie for my list. And I'll tell you right now, um, this again is I don't know why I keep watching Nicholas Winding Refn movies because it is some of the most pretentious bullshit sometimes that I've ever seen. From what I remember and what I can understand, it takes place in like Bangkok or some shit. And like they're two brothers, and Ryan Gosling doesn't say shit. He's basically like just a zombie walking around this movie. And then there's like ultra violence. They get involved, like basically Ryan Gosling's brother is a drug dealer. He goes and he rapes and he kills a prostitute, and then that drive that like gets the ire of the cops who then allow him to get killed. It's like a bunch of bullshit, weird shit. And then they're like, mother shows up, and then she's got this weird Oedipal relationship with Ryan Gosling. Um, but it's just really fucked up. There's a lot of quiet moments. There's a lot of whatever. Um, but I think it's just style for style's sake. There's just so many great shots in this movie, and it does go into the seedy underworld of like Bangkok, but it's just so like I think that Hideo Kojima and Nicholas Winding Refn have the same concept when it comes to making art, which is that it shouldn't be like universally liked. You're either going to make some people hate it and some people are going to love it, but if everybody likes it, then you failed. And in Death Stranding 2, if you heard the stuff that Hideo Kojima was doing, he was playtesting it, and then people found out people were like, "Oh my god, this is really good." That's what all the reviews were. They're like, "Oh my god, this game is awesome. This game is addictive. It's great. It does so many things better than the first one." And he took that feedback and he was like, "I fucked up." And he had to go back into Death Stranding and make it even weirder so that people can be like, "This is I don't like this." And I think that Nicholas Winding Refn does it too with his movies, and I think this one is just kind of in there. It's one of the worst Ryan Gosling movies I've ever seen, because it just goes nowhere and it's violence for no reason. I mean, the violence is done really well. Some of the best shots I've seen in a long time in a movie, but I just was finding myself groaning a lot during this movie, and I couldn't wait for it to end. And
That's
it's
always the
definitely
worst.
one of the. It's just one of those things where I'm like, you turn it on and you're like, okay, cool, I like this vibe, and you're like, oh no, this is gonna go into a direction I don't like. It was only 90 minutes, so that's what it had going for it. But you know, it was supposed to be a seedy crime drama thingy in Thailand or whatever, and honestly, it fell flat for me in a bunch of different ways, and I just didn't vibe with it. I thought again, really well shot, really pretty to look at, but ultimately, this is a movie that I will never see again. And so when I look at my list and I rank this, would I rank this at myself? To be quite honest with you, and I will have to kind of redo this. Um, Damn. The more I think of it, the lower it goes. You know what? This is gonna go just because it has colors in it. This is gonna go right under Free State of Jones, and this will be my 39 movie that I've
39.
watched this year.
Which is right above Shadow. Once you
39.
said colors, I kind of knew where that was going. Because from what you told me about Shadow. So,
Shadow had no colors.
yeah.
Shadow was, I mean, by me telling you the name of the movie, that's pretty much what the movie was. Shadows was incoherent and terrible, but Only God Forgives was just, I don't know. I'm not asking for every movie to have redeemable characters. It doesn't have to, obviously. Um, but I really didn't get any enjoyment out of watching Only God Forgives at all. And I knew that going into it, I was like, don't hit play on this. Don't hit play on this.
Don't do it.
You know
Don't.
what Nicholas Winding Refn can do. You know what it's about. And I'm like, well, maybe it's not. And the thing is, the fucked up thing is, there's still other Nicholas Winding Refn movies that I'm gonna see, and I know that I'm gonna be disappointed or it's gonna suck, but I still can't help myself because I like Drive so much and I enjoyed Bronson so much that I keep thinking this is probably like what people think about M. Night Shyamalan, like the fans of M. Night Shyamalan. Like they keep thinking he's gonna go back to his peak, right?
Yeah,
But
which
he's
is
never
really
really
just
gonna
Sixth
go back
Sense.
there.
Yeah.
He's
No.
never gonna go back there. We know it. You know it. I know it. You know, with these movies, with these twists, they're really one trick. That's it. Unless there's something else to it. Like you bring up Memento all the time. You know, Memento upon rewatch gets better and better. You know, and I think Sixth Sense, it's like you watch a movie with a twist, and then you watch a second time, and you're like, okay, that's cool. Maybe you watch a third time, but it wanes. I don't know. I know you really like Usual Suspects too, but I kind of feel like that's kind of in that same kind of level too. But I don't know. I'll keep watching this guy's movies. I'll keep seeing what's going on. I'm sure they'll end up in my bottom of my list, but I can't help myself. I want to recapture what I felt watching Drive, which is not a perfect movie, by the way. Again, Ryan Gosling doesn't say shit in Drive. He is just monotone and just there as a zombie. But I enjoyed the direction and I enjoyed the shit out of Drive. And I know that, at least in my household, I'm in the minority.
Yeah, I never saw Drive. I've heard the reviews and customer complaints about it as well. So that might have been the reason why I never really saw it. I guess the real question before we move on, talking about Ryan
Customer
Gosling
complaints.
movies is when is Soda going to watch The Notebook? And I'm going to keep bringing this up till you do. Is this going to be the 100th movie?
I mean,
You got to do it soon. You got to do it this year. but
It's gonna. I mean, after watching this, I might watch it sooner than
later.
I think. It's apparently on Prime, and it's yeah. I'll have to see if it's available for free. Although that one of my movies I'm talking about today, no, it's not free on Prime. I'll watch it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It will. I just had to laugh at it.